There are so many ways to get a safe and natural great night's sleep, but doctors don't get bonus for that, and they don't get taught that. So you can take 5 drops of lavender oil from Whole Foods or any place, essential lavender oil, and rub it into your feet before you go to sleep. And it relaxes your entire neurological system. And there are no side effects, and it smells good. So you can also just take it in a spray in addition to that, not instead of. You can spray your pillow, and just it makes the room smell great. There are habits that really matter. So instead of going right to the drugs, I would wholeheartedly recommend doing the habits first. It's the same thing as any other preventative thing. So one of the things that you might want to, I'm glad you're sitting down, you might want to take a deep breath before this one. If you're having trouble sleeping at night, or you're waking up in the middle of the night, you might want to check when you turn off your electronic devices. It should be 90 minutes before you go to bed. Sorry. But it really matters. So what happens is all that EMF and that light, it messes with your body, and your body thinks it's still daylight, and you're just literally sending yourself those rays. So even reading an ebook that has a light isn't the best way to read. You want to make sure that you're letting your body clock work with nature the way it was intended to. Another thing is what you eat before you go to bed. One of the guys here I was talking to, he has a really hard time sleeping. One of the men who works here, and he's on a bad schedule. He's on a really hard schedule. But he goes home and he eats a huge bowl of frosted flakes, and then he can't fall asleep. Really? Wow. And he was dumbfounded when I told him there was a sugar connection there. He was like, what? Like, he was so shocked. I was like, no, that can't be what it is, you know? And so you want to look at what you're eating before you go to bed, and you want to look at what you're drinking before you go to bed. Most people think that alcohol actually helps you to sleep. It does, and then it doesn't. So it does help you to fall asleep, and then it wakes you up 2 to 3 hours later when you're crashing and when you're dehydrated. So it's not the best way to fall asleep. So there are certain things you can do to take care of yourself,